Redneck Garage. Well, I'm out here with Mavy 2 next to Mavy 1, and the one thing that the XL truck that I bought and picked up in Missouri did not have is Bedliner. You can see that it's just a white paint in the back, and the question is, can you do Bedliner yourself? And the answer is absolutely yes, if you have a compressor. That's about all you need, and some time to do some prep work. So let's take a look at the difference between a factory lines truck and what we're going to do on this one. I got a bunch of stuff to install. I got a cubby that I got from Fairway Ford. I've got a tailgate dampener, some letters for the back. But first I wanted to talk about what we're going to do with the bed liner. Thankfully it's not a big bed, but we do have to get it prepped to shoot some bed liner on it. Now when you compare it to the factory, you can see that indeed they cut lines here. So I'm going to try to mimic that. And looking at this, you might be able to do your own, figuring out, hey, this is where they stopped. You can see right here they stopped on the edges of the tailgate on both sides. The rest of it, I don't know. And on the factory one, there is a four down that you can't see because of the cover, and they did not do this top portion here, so I don't think I'm going to do that on the XL model. But they didn't do a great job on it, I would say. You know, it is done, but you can see they got some overspray here. So it's not a perfect job. I can tell you this, that they took this panel off because the nuts are not painted, right? So we'll take that off and shoot it separate with it open. And it shouldn't be that super difficult. I'm going to go ahead and start taking all the junk off of the bed before we go any further. All right, so that took about 15 minutes to get all the hardware and stuff put in a box, cleared off, ready to rock. And now I have to go to Home Depot because no project would be complete without having to go to Home Stinko. Oh, at the Home Depot. Near my house, they opened up the Rivian Service Center for the, I don't know, this is the Nashville Service Center. I don't know how many they have, but they got a bunch of Rivians out here. Probably more than you'll see in one place anywhere. I guess these are for pickup. They get them prepped and people pick up their vehicles, kind of like Tesla does. And they do some service work, I think, too. But pretty trippy. Definitely a cool truck. I don't know if I would pay, you know, 80 grand for one. They leased an old dealership that was actually the Chrysler Jeep. I bought a, what was it? I bought a Jeep Liberty here, brand new, off the showroom floor, years and years ago. And I think I bought a Dodge Neon. Stop the smart comments. These over here are ones that they're having to do work on, but very few have plates, so most of these are new ones that are being prepped for delivery, I would say. Okay, I got the back edges masked off basically where the liner's going to go, and this is just a rough taping so I can go ahead and do my sanding. So what I'm doing is I'm taking these sanding blocks here and I'm just basically roughing up the paint. I'm definitely not trying to go down to bare metal. You can see that I'm just roughing it up with a medium Scotch-Brite pad, a medium sanding block. So I'm going to start working on that, and then we'll go from there. But I don't want to sand into the other part where it's glossy, so just a little bit of tape will keep you from destroying the other parts of it. Awesome. So let me work on this for a little while. Stevo's here! Hey, from the Great White North. And Harper! Harper, say hi to the camera. She's washing Lolly's car. All right, I'm trying to prep this stupid bed, and it's going to take a while to dry. We're going to go over to the shop. However, I just got to wash the back of it, let it dry out, and then I can mask it off and spray it. So that's what I'm doing. So that's really going to be it. I'm going to have some crap falling off the tree into the back bed of it and whatever. I just need to let the water dry. We should be in good shape. Steven and I got everything taped up on the Maverick, ready to spray. I've got Raptor Bedliner. You get 4 cans of this crap. I don't know if I'll need all of it. It comes with the spray gun, the activator, for 150 bucks, which is an amazing deal. And this ain't building a piano, so spraying a bed is not that big a deal. I'm going to go ahead and get one of these mixed up. Basically, you pour your activator in here to a certain point, shake the crap out of it, hook it up to the gun and start spraying. That's what we're going to do. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Okay, so for each bottle of undercoating, it takes 8 ounces of Hardener right here. So I'm going to measure out 8 ounces, throw it in that bottle, and then you just shake it up really well, and it's ready to shoot. Now, it's got to be 50 degrees. It's about almost probably close to 60 today. So I picked today to do it because it won't be this warm forever. There we go. Raptor! And that smells really nice, I can tell you that. Alright, I'm shooting at about 40 psi. If you get a bug in there, it'll be alright, don't worry about it. Because of the temperature, I'm going to put some lighter coats on. But it's going to look great. Beautiful. Alright, that's 1 can. I'll get another one ready to go, but that's how far you can get with 1 can. 4 will be more than enough to get it done. Alright, this is looking really good. This is 2 cans. I haven't done the tailgate portion, but I've gotten the insert part done. I'm going to go ahead and spray the tailgate, hit a couple little minor spots, let it dry, and then maybe I might shoot the last one on it just to make sure it's good and thick, because what am I going to do with it? But this thing looks amazing! Here's my critic. What do you think?
Very good.
It looks good?
Yeah, it does.
What's he wearing that shirt around here for? Dallas Cowboys. Oh my Lord! I bought one of the Cubbies right there. I think I said that before. That's the Cubby that I bought. It goes on this side over here. I'm letting the plug letting them dry because they are so sticky it gets all over my hands, but it looks beautiful for 150 bucks. Winter chicken dinner, and it looks fairly comparable to the factory job, except it doesn't have the Ford logo in the middle, but I'm proud of that. It looks great. Let it dry overnight, put the hooks back in it, and that'll be done. Alright, on Amazon, I got a link down below. This is the bed dampener. This is the factory one from DZ, and this is basically a huge Chinese knockoff of it, which I don't care as long as it works. So I'm going to go ahead and install these 2 plates, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. Alright, I got the bed dampener on. Looks good. Pretty simple to put on. Basically, you take this nut off, put the backing plate there, and then this one bolts into the bottom there, and clip your shock on. Alright, last thing I'm going to do is go ahead and put Maverick letters on the back. These are 20 bucks on Amazon. I put them on this truck. It looks great. So give me a minute. I'll put them on and then we'll take a look. Letters look amazing. Looks great. Alright, so I'm done with the painting. I had 1 can left over. I just throw the gun away. I'm going to keep the regulator, but for 150 bucks, why try to clean that piece of crap out? I don't even care. Awesome. The bed looks amazing. I think it turned out great. Super. And then tomorrow, the last thing I'm going to do is put on a cover that's supposed to be delivered. But it turned out nice. Alright, it's the next morning. I can still smell the Bedliner carrying out the sweet, sweet smell of hardening urethane. But I'm thrilled with it. I think it turned out great. 150 bucks. Holy moly, it turned out awesome. Outstanding. I've got my new cubby that I purchased. It just bolts right back in for putting super secret stuff. Whatever. I've got my bed dampener for $20. And I've got new letters on the Maverick. So I am really, really happy with it. Can you tell which one, this one or this one, is factory Bedliner? Okay, my closing thoughts on the Bedliner video. 150 bucks with shipping and everything, shipped to the house with a spray gun. Outstanding value. It turned out beautiful. I didn't even use all of it, but I would suggest if you are doing this kit, go ahead and spray the last bottle on it because it can't hurt to have it a little bit thicker. You know, if you want, just do it on the bottom. I had good coverage everywhere and just quit, but it wouldn't hurt to go ahead and spray the rest of it on it. Just get rid of it because it's not going to do you any good just sitting on a shelf. Secondly, your prep work is going to be the hardest part. Make sure you get all your lines and everything taped off, because wherever it's not taped, you're going to get some Bedliner garbage on there. I just used frog tape from Home Depot. It worked fine. When you paint the Bedliner, let it sit for about 30 minutes and you'll see it start to harden up, and then pull your tape off while it's still just a little bit tacky, because you don't want to let it harden up and then try to pull your tape off, because then it's super hard. They actually make a tape that has a wire in it to try to cut it, but if you'll pull the tape off within that 30-minute time frame when it starts to harden up, depending on temperature, then it's no problem at all. You can see that the lines were pretty crisp even with that. Wear rubber gloves when you're pulling the tape off, unless you want your hands to look like this for a couple days, because I started grabbing out the tape and everything, and I can't scrub this off. It's stuck. And on your bolt holes, use earplugs. The cheap earplugs you can get at Walmart, Home Depot, anywhere else. Compress them, put them in the bolt hole, and that'll keep you from filling up the threads with Bedliner material. But for how much I paid for it, this looks absolutely beautiful. I'm proud of it. And I've got a cheap bed cover coming, one of the vinyl ones, and that'll be another quick video on that. But as far as the Bedliner goes, you can do it yourself as long as you've got a compressor. Everything else comes with the kit. All it takes is a little bit of time, masking, and some drop cloths. Awesome! Appreciate you watching. Any questions, comments, post them below. I'm David from the Redneck Garage. Keep turning wrenches.